Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Thursday morning, August 24th, 2023, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our goal is to help you become the best version of yourself, and we do that by teaching you how to become financially independent by currency trading using our highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we do that with personalized one-on-one coaching, which we think is the most efficient and effective way to learn. And in these morning trades, I show a strategy that I use. We've got a dozen different trade strategies to trade, and show you how accurate the tools are when you know how to use them. So with that, let's jump right in and see what we've got available to us this morning. First, we need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We have we do many of these live trade sessions. When you are considering the program or a light, you get access to the three that I do, Tuesday and Thursday morning and Monday afternoon. Plus, you will also get access to the daily trade setup that I send out every evening. That usually includes two trades. Our trade last night on the Euro USD did close profitably. And then when you are a member, you get access to quite a bit more. We do a trade every every morning at 10 a.m., another trade every evening at 10 p.m. Plus, one of our secret sauces is that we're always continuing to work with you. Once you are connected with us and using our indicators, we're providing constant instruction. Every Wednesday evening, we've got a advanced members meeting, and every Saturday morning, we've got a back to the basics where we're reviewing various strategies and taking questions with the purpose of having you improve your trading skills. I work off of a checklist that helps me stay focused. And first thing every morning is it's a good habit to restart the green chart just to clear out your memory so that it's operating quickly or operating fast, and you pick up any updates at the end of every day. The review of the trades that you made that didn't go the way that you wanted, to see what you can learn and add to your toolbox. As I said yesterday, the trade that we took closed. We are technical traders. We are trading. Our indicators very good at identifying or use the price action, and we trade off of that. However, news does impact currency prices, and we want to be aware of what news is happening when, so we can trade around it. And we do that by looking at forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into three categories. Yellow, which is low impact, orange, which is medium impact. Usually I ignore both of these, but the red ones I do pay attention to. They do cause the market to jump a little bit. And here this morning at 8:30, we've got unemployment claims being announced. I like to not trade within 2 hours of this announcement, and we are within 2 hours of this announcement. And the reason being is that this information, since the published number, tends to leak, and people start trading on the information even though it's not publicly available. So we're not going to trade the USD this morning, and then everything else is clear till tomorrow at 4 a.m. when the euro has got some announcements. So with that, let's jump into it and see what we have. The trade signal I'm going to use this morning is something called 10-point trade signal. I traded off of a 1-hour chart. When we design a trade program for you, we make a plan specifically for you based on your availability to trade and your risk preferences. I like to get in and get out, but I don't like to scalp. My goal is 30 pips a day. Usually if I hit those the two overnight trades, I'm at 25 pips, and then one more trade in the morning, and I'm where I want to be. On this trade, I like to be 30 minutes into it, into the 1-hour chart, so I can see. So the chart's got a chance to form. On a 1-hour chart, a trade's going to be worth usually anywhere from 5 to 35 pips, and my sweet spot tends to be around 11 pips. And it will usually close within 1 to 3 hours if I do everything right. And really the goal of this is to get all the lines to line up in a certain direction. If I can get the direction, I can peel off 10 pips from that. So with that, let's jump right in. The chart I am going to trade off is the Light 6 Major, which is one of the standard charts. It's a bit of a composite chart in that it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, they're all US based. I am going to start with the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. When the market is oversold, that's a good time to buy. And ideally, I am looking for situations where the major and minor lines are below the red line and going up like they are here, or they're above this horizontal blue line, which is the overbought line, and pointing down. So the market's overbought. That's a good time to sell. And then what I want to do is kind of ride it through the channel. So over here on the Australian US dollar, 5 hours ago or 6 hours ago, you see it's coming down, went through the channel, and you got a bunch of down candles. So if I can get a piece of this ride and carve out 10 to 30 pips, I'm doing pretty well. Now here we are oversold. Everybody's going up. And I have what's called the double cross, where the green line is crossed over the red and the gray line is crossed over the black. So I've got my 3 points. However, there are a couple things I don't like when I'm seeing these 3 points. When I see the 3 points, then I'm going to jump to the TNTs to continue my analysis. But I'll tell you what I don't like right off the bat. One, I don't like that the majors are so far gapped from the line. I prefer the majors to be closer to the line. And then 2, I don't like the slope of the green line. The green line is less than 45 degrees. I usually want this to be more than 45 degrees. It's moving a little bit where it's going less than 45, maybe up to 45. But the fact that part of it is less than 45, I'm going to pass. Plus, again, we're not going to trade the USD. But, I don't like this. But if I were to continue my analysis, I would jump up to the TNTs and I would count how many lines are supporting what I'm seeing down here, which is buy. Thick orange is telling me buy. Thin orange is telling me sell. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue comes down, that means buy. So the thick blue is telling me buy. The thin blue is telling me sell. It's going up. So only 2 of the 4 here are telling me supporting the buy signal that I'm seeing in the majors and minors. So I need to have at least 3. So that's supporting that this is less than 45 degrees. So we'll pass on that. Oversold, everybody's going up. We've got a double cross, so we've got 3 points here. Here, this is better than what we were seeing here. The green line is about to go into the channel, and the lines are clustered. So those are 2 pluses. But again, if I go up to my TNTs, the TNTs are split. Thick orange is up, giving me a point. The thick blue is down, giving me a point. But dotted blue and thin orange are both in the opposite direction. So I only got 2 of the 4. So again, we'll pass. And actually, while we're talking, we lost the double cross here. Green isn't crossed over the red line anymore. Again, this is very similar to what we're seeing on the Euro USD. Line's a little steeper. There's a little bit more of a gap between the green line and the oversold line. So we do have 3 points here. But again, we've got this thick blue down, thick orange up. We only have 2 of the 4. And what we're starting to see back here is some of the news is leaking, suggesting that this is going to go up because it was going down, and we're getting the slight turn here on all of them. U.S. Canadian dollar overbought. Minors are coming down. Majors are really sideways, so we don't have agreement. Dollar Swiss franc overbought. Everybody's coming down. We do have the double cross here. This is at 45 degrees on the green line, but we got this big gap that bothers me. And again, we only have 2 of the 4 on the TNTs. Thick orange is coming down. Dotted blue is going up. So only 2 of the 4. And U.S. The dollar with the yen overbought, and the majors are sideways. Minors are starting to come down, but not that steeply. So nothing here. So I've cloned this chart. We've got another 6 pairs, but here they're non-USD pairs. So let's see what we see. Euro pound overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross, red's over and black's over. So we've got the 3 points here. Good steepness on the green line. The lines are clustered. It's just about entering the channel. So this is a nice signal here. When I jump up to my TNTs, though, thick orange is coming down, supporting. Dotted blue is going up, supporting. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. I like this signal. This is a nice signal. You see this signal. This is a good signal, but the TNTs aren't quite ready yet to tell us to sell. And the goal in getting all three sections to support, to say the same thing, that gives me the highest chance of the trade moving in the direction that I want. And if the trade moves in the direction I want, I can get some pips from it. So that's what I'm looking for. Australian dollar yen oversold. Everybody's coming up. I do have the double cross here. Steepness on the green line is good. But we've got the big gap here. And again, only 2 out of 4 here. This time of day, it is entering evening in Australia and in Japan. It's 9 p.m. in Australia and 8 p.m. in Japan. So it's non-prime time. When I'm trading on a 1-hour chart, which I am, I want one of these two to be daytime. So I wouldn't trade that now. Now, the overnight trade, I'm trading off of a day chart. So I can do that, but on a 1-hour chart, I'm not trading the yen in the morning. Euro Canadian dollar, we're in the channel approaching overbought. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, we've got we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. Pound yen. We just touched oversold and it's starting to turn, but we don't have the double cross on the majors. Technically, this is sideways. The red looks horizontal. Might be going up just a little bit. So we don't have the double cross. Euro Australian dollar overbought. Everybody's coming down. We do have the double cross, so we got 3 points here. I like that the green line has a kink in it. It's going from less steep to more steep. I don't like that we've got this big gap here. But again, my TNTs, TNTs, I do have thick oranges coming down telling me sell. 2 blue lines are going up telling me sell. So I got 3 of the 4 telling me sell, supporting what I'm seeing here. And then the last piece that I'm looking for is what's going on with the pressure. The pressure, I want these lines either going down or the red line on top. And I have neither. The lines are converging. They're getting closer. The red is about to cross over the green, but it hasn't happened yet. So maybe in an hour, this might be an appropriate trade. So right now in Europe, add 6 hours, between 6 and 7 hours, depending on where you're at in Europe. So we're at approaching 1 o'clock. Even though Australia isn't active, Europe still has a few more trading hours left. So nothing there. So let's go to the third group and see what we can find. Canadian dollar, yen overbought, still going up. Euro New Zealand, this is similar to the Euro AUD, overbought. Everybody's coming down, double cross. We've got all 4 here. All 4 here. 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up. And we have the crossover. Red is on top. We've got up pressure with red on top. So we've got a point here, 3 points here, and 4 points here. So we've got 8 points. Only thing I don't quite like is that we've got this big gap here on the green line before it enters the channel. And the slope of the green line is a little less than 45 degrees. It might be 45 degrees. I prefer this to be a little steeper. So you can see, like here, the line is much steeper. So we've got all the points. So when we get all the points, the next thing I want to do is, so we've got to sell on the Euro NZD, is I want to confirm it. And I'm going to confirm it by looking at additional time periods. And those additional time periods are going to be the 2 and the 4 hour chart. So Euro NZD. And what I'm looking for is I want to see, so this is what we were just looking at. What I want to see is that we're overbought on the 2, which we are, and that we're overbought on the 4, which we are. They don't need to be going down. The 2 hour starting to turn and come down, but the 4, the majors are still going up. And the reason I want to see the 2 and the 4 overbought, supporting the overbought scenario that I'm seeing here, is that if this signal weakens on the 1 hour, I can still get the trade off of the 2 or the 4 hour. It's just going to take longer for this to turn and start going down. I've got my confirmation. When I have my confirmation, I want to figure out what it's worth. And to figure out what it's worth, I'm going to go to a clean chart. And so that's Euro NZD. And I want to know where the support and resistance are. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And to do that, I'm going to stretch out the chart a little bit to get more data points. And I'm going to look for the spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. You can see they're stopping in here, they're stopping in here, stopping in here, over here, over here, over here, over here. And that's going to become the channel on which I trade within. Because since it seems to stop in those spots, I don't want to trade through them. So you can see it kind of stops here, stops here, stops here. Then the question is whether there's one more in between. Usually there's 30 to 40 pips between these spots on the Euro USD. So we're at 81.95 over here to 82.53. So that's about 60 pips. Let's see if there's one more in between. I'm going to open this back up so we can see it a little bit better. And you can see it's kind of stopping here, stopping here, stopping here, stopping over here. So I want to know then how much of a distance we have from where the current price is to, what are we looking at? We're looking at a sell to this next line. So that is 25 pips up and about 25 pips down and 5 pips up. All right, so we've got 25 pips to work with. Now the question is, what's the trend? So here we're trading into a downtrend for the last, 2 days, the 22nd. Let's see if we can see this a little better. So from the 21st through yesterday down, now it seems to be going up. If I'm trading with the trend, I will take more pips than if I'm trading against the trend, because I can get a little bit of a down move even if it's trending up, but I don't want to try to take too much because I don't want to get caught in the up move and get stopped out. So I do have some room here. Now I'm just trying to think of what this is worth. So we're not going to take 25. Maybe we'll go to the bottom of this candle here, which is about 12. So we'll take half of what it's going here. I just want to go back and take one more look at the signal before I decide. All right. So the only thing I don't like is that we're up here, that the green line is so far away from entering the channel. But we've got a turn here. We're overbought. Let's take a 12 pip sell on the euro NZD. So you can do that in your simulator, or you can do that in your MetaTrader 4. So this is a demo account. So I'm going to open up Euro NZD. So file, new chart, and it's going to probably be down in this third category. Euro NZD is right here. Open the chart and switch it over to a 1 hour chart. So I'm looking at the same thing. We got a two pip spread, which is kind of a lot. So we need to take at least 10 pips to cover that spread to make it worthwhile. So I'm going to go to new order. I've got $10,000 in this account, demo account. I'm going to move the decimal place over 4 spots. So that would make this 1.0. So my lot size is going to be 1.0. And I'm going to do market execution, sell. And once the trade is recorded, I am going to, I could have taken anywhere from half of this, 0.5 up to 2, but taking this, that allows me to take another open trade if I want. Modify. So I right click, I go to modify. We're going to take 12 pips. 12 pips is 120 points, and I click the little blue button and it does the math for me. We're going to use a 3-to-1. So 3 times 12 is 36. And because we're dealing in points versus pips, I'm going to add another 0. Click the little red button, does the math for me. And I click this big red button and it drops in the take profit and stop loss. And I like to make sure I see both. So we took a sell on the Euro USD for 12 pips with a take profit of 1.82429, 1.82429, and a stop loss of 1.82901. Stop loss of 1.82901. Okay, gang, thanks so much. I would expect this to close within the next 3 hours. If it doesn't close in the next 3 hours, it's going to probably run 10 hours before it closes. It'll take a little bit longer because the market activity is going to start slowing down until New Zealand becomes morning time. But as I said, I think we'll get it. All right, gang. Thanks so much for joining me. Appreciate it. We will do this again on Monday afternoon at 3:30. If you have any questions or you want to get a hold of me, the best way is to just schedule some time with me, and you can schedule some time with me by going to a Forex Smart Trade forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, and you can get some time with me. All right. Thanks so much. And we will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.